Alright, hello once again. This is Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, and as part of the Rankin Technical College AWD, or Application and Website Development Program, I've been doing a series of video presentations I'm creating based on the textbook that will be used for the Fall 2019 AWD 1111.NET Framework with Web Databases class. The book is shown on the screen right now. It's ProASP.NET, MVC 5, and A-Press text by Adam Freeman. And so far I've gone, looking at it, these first 14 chapters here, I've gone over all of them. Had problems, so there are no lectures for Chapter 13. Went over these. And on the second page here, I've now gone over everything except Chapter 27, which is Web API and single-page applications, which are sometimes known as SPAs. Now I'm going to handle this chapter a little bit differently, and I'm going to really try to keep it slow, so there may be several lectures in here. What I'm going to do is, rather than jump right in and get into Web API, and believe me, I'll do it, but rather than doing that right away, I'm taking what I'm calling a three-pronged approach. What does that mean? First, I'm going to go over and look at the Wikipedia page for a single-page application. All right, we're going to talk about that for 5 minutes or so. Then we will go over and talk about Web API, do Chapter 27. Once we have finished with that, we're going to jump back, and I found this Microsoft article. Now, it's old, so I don't know how good it is. But it's called ASP.NET Single-Page Applications Build Modern Responsive Web Apps with ASP.NET. Like I said, it's a 6-year-old article. And I went over and clicked to get the code, but I haven't looked at it. I haven't even read this article yet. All right? But I might be going over that as well. In fact, I probably will. What I like about this one is it goes through a movie's example. Alright, so again now to start with, this is the Wikipedia page. And look at that first sentence right here. A single-page application, or SPA, is a web application or website that interacts with the user by dynamically rewriting the current page rather than loading entire new pages from a server. So the idea, it's kind of like this page right here. Rather than me having to go click all over the place, I can just keep moving down to get the information I want. All right, similar idea. This approach avoids interruption of the user experience between successive pages. So the application, as it says, behaves more like a desktop app. In SPA, all the necessary code, the HTML, the JavaScript, the CSS, etc., is retrieved with a single page load. Now, I'm not going to go over much more of that in here, because, yeah, they do the history, but then they talk about JavaScript frameworks. The class that we're in right now, either this class, AWD 1111, or one of the other 3 classes that are in the Rankin Technical College AWD, or Application and Website Development, may change over time to do this. To basically, all of this stuff uses JavaScript frameworks. So we may end up removing one of the classes we have and replacing it with a class that has Angular, actually that has MongoDB, Ember, Angular, and, for example, Node.js. Together that spells, if you take the first letter from each of those words, mean. It's also known as the mean stack. All right, but this is good in that they give a lot of really good definitions in here. All right, talk about some of the challenges of using the SPA model, etc. I'm not going to go through this anymore, but I will say, again, I'll grab all 3 of these. So here is the first one. HTTPS : you can just go out to wikipedia.org and search for single page application, or you can look at the one right here. All right, so that's the first thing. Now, when I come back, and I know this has been very short, 5 minutes, but when I come back, I'm going to call this Lecture 0. I am going to be going into Chapter 27, Web Page and Single Page Applications. I have read this chapter. I have not done the example. In fact, it probably shows I have not done most of the examples that I've done in class previously. And I wanted to do that on purpose, so that if I came up and encountered any errors, probably be the same kind you would. So when we come back, we're going to slowly, this is the last chapter in the book, it's about 30 pages, but we're going to slowly build what they show in here. All right, so I'll be back with that in just a couple minutes.